Well, this would be Fish Creek, rather. Oh God, this would be Fish Creek Park. Look at this, dear viewer. Oh God, wow, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Hello.
You're so lucky living
Go
here.
away from the gate, puppy dog.
Go away from the gate, puppy dog. Puppy dog, get over here. You're gonna get the cops called, Max. I can already see it, puppy dog. So yeah, so basically this is Canyon Creek Heights. My wife owns a townhouse here, and we're trying to rent it and sell it, and this has been going on since 2012. I just dropped her off. She's, where's Max? Max, get over here. Come on, why'd you gotta be like that, eh? Huh? That's not very Canadian, Maximus. Max, come on, please. Max, what's going on with you? Come on, let's go. Come on over here. Get over here, come on. So look at this. Is this beautiful or not? And so in the ad, it's like, this is amazing. I forgot how beautiful. We lived here for like a couple of years, like 2-3 years, like 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, like about 3 years, 2 to 3 years. So over there you've got McLeod Trail, and then, so it looks like the wilderness, but there's actually like shops. You can almost see them and stuff. So I mean, this is Canada, right? This is obviously one of the beautiful aspects of living in Canada. I really have to say so. I think so. Like, I've lived in Calgary, I've lived in Vancouver, I've lived in Toronto, dear viewer, and frankly, there's always been, good boy, good little dogling. So there's always been this. Yeah, well, I pressed the button, so, you see in the distance there, kind of the tips of the Rockies. And I remember, going with Judith. I mean, this is actually like 18 square kilometers of wilderness, Fish Creek Park. It's quite phenomenal. And really, if you went out into the park and kept going, like, basically what it is right in the distance you've got the Rockies. And right, the closer you get to the Rockies, the more green it is. So we live in Oak Ridge, okay? We live in Oak Ridge. I keep pressing buttons on this thing, and now I'm thinking I should turn it around. But hey, listen, if you're ever making a movie, first of all, don't be a AFC. Don't be an average frustrated chump, okay? Go widescreen. Okay, why would you make a movie just holding your phone as normal, dear user? It's retarded, and you've seen plenty of movies where it's like just, it's like ultra freaking widescreen, and you've got these two black stripes on the side. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, for an intelligent person, my dearest viewer, it's like they say back home, indication is sufficient for an intelligent person. So you see one of those videos, people are like, oh, well, your videos, I had this girl I was trying to date sometime, and she's awesome, and I hope she watches these, because, sometimes people who I haven't even been in touch with, they'll be like, man, I've been watching your videos and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, really? And you couldn't return any of my phone calls. What's up with that, then? They think they're scoring points, but they don't know the real deal. Come on, Max, get down here. Come on. Let's do it. Come on. He's still in puppy mode. That's because he's a spoiled little brat. You see, my wife, he's like, I just told her, oh, good dog, come on, yes, let's do it. So basically, come on, let's do this. Oh God, am I going to have to carry him? Max, come on, be a good pup. Just jump, just do it. There you go. Come on. So yeah, there he comes. There you go. It's just grass, little one, and a bit of the fern aspect. All right, so that's just stupid, obviously. So yeah, I mean, the truth is, like, okay, so I might as well just tell you people, whoever's listening to this, I couldn't care less, actually, but it might as well be said. I mean, from my perspective, it's like a matter of what is this thing? I guess discretion is a word I'm thinking, but the point is, it's good dog. Come on, let's go. Good boy. What a good dog you are. It's like they say, discretion is the better part of valor. Have you ever even thought about that? Have you ever even considered how beautiful a statement that is? Anyway, I like to say I made one up. I made one of those up. Like one of my partners is like, "Hey man, you quote everyone's sayings. Well, you should have sayings, bro." And this guy does 80 grand of business. I mean, he does it a month, but he did it in the last week actually. So that's what that is. It's like, you know, now that I'm going down that path, I was talking about my dog being addicted to my wife, I was going to say, which I thought was a pretty cool phrase. And that's how I described it earlier today. But look how amazing this is. Guys, let me just stop here and just take off my glasses and look at you and pontificate and pretend, oh shit, Max, get over here. Cyclist alert. There you go. Good little dogling. So yeah, there's obviously lots of cyclists. Max, come on. And you want to obviously be you know, you want to be proper. Oh shit, here come more cyclists. And everyone's thinking, why doesn't this dude have a leash, right? And they're just like rambling around in the middle of the park and all this stuff like that too. You know what, it's like, I can tell, I've been through this so many times, I can already tell they're a super nice family and they're not going to mind little Max. Little Max, let's stay to the side here. Max, it's on the side, come on, let's just keep it in line here. Keep it in line there, will you? Nice turquoise, or rather floral blue. Hey, off the path, Max. Thank you, Max. I mean, unfortunately, it's not in my nature, but you have to be strict with the kids. I was going to stop and say, well, listen, get out of your damn place. You're like COVID, man. My buddy in New Zealand, I got in the, what is this? Like I've been telling you to do, right? You get on a video call. Like you see someone on Messenger, just let's let your shooting barrel in the fish. I'm telling you, it'll help you. You guys are like, well, I have problem relating to people. I have social anxiety. You know, I hear all this stuff, and now I'm realizing I attract those kinds of people to me, and I guess I should be telling you how stupid you are. And you'll be like, well, that's not nice. Yeah, man, I have a course online. It's called How to Get the Job You Want in 2 Weeks. And I'm like, I got 1,000+ people on there. And it's like, I stopped emailing them. Why? I started emailing them and I was giving them some tough love. People got upset. I was like, listen, if you're stuck in a job, because the job thing is very personal to people. I'm beginning to realize this. I was talking to my buddy Lakshman, okay, in New Zealand. They're in level 2 lockdown. They have only had like 2 or 5 or under 10 or 20, some retardedly small number of cases of COVID. Because there's one God, there's always one exception to rules which are otherwise just airtight. This is a fact. This is what it is. You take any rule, it's like reggae is black music, but then you got the Police, right? And Sting, okay? And then you've got Eminem. These things, in my mind, and as it were the case, are exceptional things in otherwise prevalent systems. You know, I don't want to get too kind of woo-woo, but what I'm trying to say is this. You need to get out, okay? You need to get out, and you need to get outside, right? Or go inside, right? So it's like, if you don't meditate, you should take a walk in nature. This is what that would be. Why is that? What are you trying to do? What you're trying to do is you're trying to break free of all of the associations of day-to-day living, right? Associations of day-to-day living. So when you're out here, there's no boss, there's no car, there's no nothing. There's no computer, right? There's no desk. There's no dude frowning over you the whole time, is there? And so you're thinking of this stuff as usual, but as you progress, you start to disassociate from all of this stuff, right, dear user? And why is that necessary? Well, you tell me. You're the ones all stressed out and like anxiety and depression and sadness and madness and pills and bills and all this rubbish. It's rubbish. It's just nonsense. Like, I changed my Skype status to it's all in the mind. And the reason I did that, it was more of a professional thing than anything else. Just because I'm Skyping and talking to all kinds of people about business and all this rubbish. Business just being like, just talking to people who have similar interests, right? You can find plenty of them on LinkedIn, DL1, or even Upwork or Fiverr for that matter. But, so I changed it to it's all in the mind. It used to be a saying of Imam Ali's, peace be upon him, which is, there is enough light for one who wants to see. Which is a phenomenal statement, just like every single one of his other statements. I hope you guys don't mind the dog, eh? Oh, don't worry about it, ma'am. You're too nice out here. That's really a problem with Canadians, by the way. It's true. I'm serious. You're too nice. So, yeah. Anyway, so there's enough light for one who wants to see, and I changed that to it's all in the mind. So, whatever you're telling me, Max. Let's get over here. Get over here. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. That's some good stuff right there. There's all these bicyclists about. Just like anarchists coming out of the woodwork, I say. God gave you legs for a reason. If he wanted you to be... I'm being silly. I love biking. If he wanted you to bicycle, he'd have made you born with wheels. He's making a YouTube video, dear, and you should have your own channel and have 1 million subscribers. Alright, so that's what that was. Maybe it worked, who knows. Suddenly that kid's the next, whatever, right? Dana Hart or whatever. So yeah, so you get outside and then it's like, so this is the thing. You can tell I'm stressed and bent out of shape too. Just because I reached that magic 7 number. Max, get over here. This is ridiculous. Where do you guys all come out from on the same day, eh? Everyone wants to go biking now. Oh, we're all healthy people now, right? I'm just being stupid, guy. It's for my channel, man. This is not going to work out. We got to go somewhere else, Max. There are all these cyclists polluting the lane. I'm just being silly. I love cycling, guys. All these so-called healthy people all of a sudden, right? Upstanding civil citizenry. Yeah, I know you guys are law-abiding. Where's the face mask, bro? No, I believe that you should stay safe. Don't get me wrong, anyone. Of course you should stay safe. Notwithstanding, there's many very intelligent and highly placed people who think that a lot of this is just a power ploy. Just like they say religion is, which is obviously just another theory, which may or may not be true. I mean, obviously powerful people are powerful people. Now that we're talking about that rubbish, let's just see where that goes. So what it is, of course, dear user, don't be mad at powerful or rich people for being selfish or whatever. You can smile, guy. It's not that bad. I'm brown, dude. But it's sunny day, eh? And it's Calgary, fucker. Huh? It's a dog. You guys can avoid him. I'm not leashing him or none of that shit. You've got eyes. He doesn't have a brain, but your fucking faces do. Yeah, it's like, where's the leash? The leash is at home. I keep pressing buttons on this thing, so I apologize for all of that unpleasantness, okay? And that's not what I like to do. However, as I was trying to explain, look at how gorgeous this is. So this is like literally you're just sitting like on the edge of the earth, and you know, so you come out here for a couple of hours. And what happens is, obviously, there's a house in the distance, aka mansion, or whoever lives in that thing must be like rolling in dough, right? That's what most people think, but he's actually rolling in debt. And this is another topic for another day. But good boy. See, we encourage him to take steps and try new things and all this rubbish. So for him to come down here, because there's no way of him, I know that there's no way of him coming back up here, right? So I got to go down here myself now. Now, yeah, so shouting and screaming, what I was saying is that that's better than fighting people. Okay, now, I do believe that women should not fight, or they're allowed to if they want to. I mean, this is an Islamic thing, and of course I've thought about it, and it makes sense to me. Woman is allowed to fight. Of course she's allowed to fight. If someone's trying to rape you or something, or even if you want to join the army, right? So, like any person, like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family said that if you die defending your property, your land or your property, your house, your possessions, you die a martyr. That's what he said. Can you believe that? So that's a certain kind of Islam that you may not have heard of, which is that, you know, you have the right to your whatever that is. You know, you have rights. And if people impede on those rights, you have the right to, in the world of security, it's called security as in security services, like freaking like police force and armed forces and security guards, obviously. It's called force plus one. What's force plus one? Force plus one is that you're allowed to confront. There's my beautiful dog. Just keep an eye on him, will you, God? So yeah, so force plus one. So force plus one is a very interesting concept, okay? And it actually, you know, obviously what we'd like is for secular law to derive from universal moral precepts. It's a very loaded statement. What it means is that laws should make sense, right? So the law says you're not allowed to steal stuff from people. Okay, now human nature says you're not allowed to steal stuff from people. The Quran says you're not allowed to steal stuff from people. The Quran's very severe about it. 4 of your fingers get chopped off if you steal from someone. Out here, it's a normal thing, right? Nice blue guy. Out here, it's a normal thing. Stealing? I mean, like, I wanted to say this, dear user. If you've listened this far, then I'm going to reward you with the following. You need to get away from a materialistic thought process. You need to do this. I know I sound like a latter-day Ramanaha Krishna or whatever, and it's not my intention. Oh God, Max, what are you up to over there? See, this dog, I'll tell you, he's very much like me. He's very much like me. This dog, he's bipolar too. He suddenly goes crazy sometimes and starts running around and he's just insane. So yeah, the whole bipolar thing, by the way. So what it is if you push in enough buttons, any person turns into an insane person. Or rather, that person becomes a super person, like, whoa. But usually it's too much to handle, and it's like you're frenzied and all this kind of stuff. And the art of it is to get into that mode little by little and harness that stuff. I've had the unfortunate experience of being plunged into this thing repeatedly because I'm a silent person. When I was a baby, dear user, you may be surprised to learn that I didn't. When I was a baby, I didn't. When I was a baby, I didn't. Wow, what a nice little thing this is. A nice little toque. I'm going to take it for myself, frankly, even though that is slightly un-Canadian. All right, so yeah. Anyway, so dear user, I was saying, let's just wrap this thing up, huh? I got like 3 videos to edit together now. So it's just beautiful, sitting here by the water, okay, out in the middle of nowhere. Your day-to-day thoughts, apart from bicyclists everywhere, like Calgary's becoming a Vancouver now. This is insane, which is great. It's, you know, I'm actually very happy that all these people are biking. I just don't want these problems. Because the reason I was acting all jittery and frittery is because I knew that people would mind, this being Canada, people will mind you not having a leash. And this being Canada, someone will tell you this at some point. And Canadian Armed Forces are the best in the world. I don't know if you guys know this. I might as well tell you, they train like American Special Forces. Like our Special Forces, if you don't believe me, go talk to one of your military, if any white nationalists are listening to this, or someone who knows a white nationalist. And I mean, like, listen, I mean, I respect the armed forces and all this stuff. Of course, as a Muslim, I think, well, they're bombing Afghanistan and Iraq and Bosnia, but hey, they also bombed all of South America, and they bombed Kawasaki and Hiroshima, right? And they firebombed Dresden. Who's they? It could very well be you, my dear listener, right? I mean, if you live in Canada or America, then there's a good chance that you're bought into the system, right? I mean, I dare say I'm bought into the system. right? Canada's a great country. You got to be blind and on crutches or something. I always put the crutches in there, even though it's hardly relevant. But you got to be blind and mentally impaired, okay, to discount what a fantastic country this is. Like my buddy in New Zealand is on lockdown. He's on lockdown level 2. Now, on the one hand, could it be a political mind control game? Certainly. Don't bad rich and famous people for acting in their self-interest when you and I are just the same. Why, like, do you think they're any different than you or I? I dare say if you and I had a billion-dollar empire, you and I would be similarly abstruse, to put it lightly, right? So then, look into your own affairs, seriously. Right? People want to blame the government, people want to blame Gandhi, people want to blame the lunar cycle. There's a beautiful statement of Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, his family. Don't praise anyone except God, and don't blame anyone except yourself. Right? So, if you're going to blame a rich person for acting in his self-interest when you're a fucking self-interested person, then that's stupid. And if you're going to blame a politician for doing what's good for him and his people, you don't have any goddamn people. I'm sorry for this tough love, but it's like, you know, that's what it is, dear user, right? Everyone wants to complain and all this stuff. How's the fishing, boys? You don't mind being on camera slightly on YouTube, do you? He's like, bro, I'm going to punch your lights out in just 2 seconds. Just say another word. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God, you're prospecting. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're the real deal. I can tell you guys actually find stuff.
Well, it was first day, so.
First day? Way to go. Keep at it. It's the same with everything else. Keep at it. There's gold in them dar hills, guys. That's awesome. Did you see that? See, that's why I love this country. It's like stuff like that. Like prospectors, right? Who's gonna like if I told this to someone back home, they'd be like, what? Right? But I mean, that's ذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ يُؤْتِيهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. It's a blessing. Hey Max, don't get too friendly over there, little one. Max, come on, Max. Oh God, I gotta go. Right, I gotta go. This is too much. I gotta go. So anyway, so now I'm gonna get run over by cyclists. And the problem is this. Listen, man. Law or no law, Islam or no Islam, or Quran or no Quran, and Torah or no Torah. There's common sense. Sorry about my little puppy. Common sense dictates that if there's a little animal, then just move. Like, you got eyes, and then why are you zipping down this thing at like lightning speeds? You see, this is my test today. I'm trying to be civil and avoid bikes and stuff. I got to leash this little thing now. I don't even have a leash on me. And by the way, yeah, once again, someone could call the cops over this very easily. Like, I mean, it's happened to me multiple times. So as long as you, yeah, so, anyway, so, I mean, here's what it is, dear user. If you disturb enough people, you will have the cops called on you. So, regardless of whether I was right or wrong, people don't look at right or wrong. They look at who's acting, who's losing it, right? And this is, unfortunately, it's societal conditioning, right? And it's good. Otherwise, if everyone was, this is what rich people think, by the way. Powerful people, those so-called 1% or the New World Order type dudes, they're like, apparently, I mean, and why would they not? Because this makes sense. They're like, well, what if everyone was like us? What if, like the camorristi or mafioso type people? They get their main kicks, and this is what they say, they get their main kicks off not the money and the sex and the drugs and the violence, but the power, right? They can drive anywhere, do anything. They go into a restaurant, they'll have free food. They go down into the marketplace, everyone's saluting them. People come to them to get their problems answered. And by the way, mafio, so, are nothing. The real deal are the Gomorrah in Naples. Sicily, it's just a law of opposites once again, right? So, yeah, it's all right, man. You're like giving us this, oh, I'll step aside while you let your unleashed dogs bite type of pose. That's cool, bro. Nice blue. I love it. Very fucking nice, guy. Like people with their stupid poses, right? Max, let's go. Fucking A, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Max. Let's go. Let's just go now. So yeah, so Gamoristi. Gamora. Oh my god. Hey, hey, see? I told you he's bipolar. Look at this. He's gone insane right now. Check it out. It's so funny. Max, calm down. What's going on with you? Look. He's so excited. He's so excited. He's losing it. Max, where's your... I love that stuff. The dog is just like me. He's moody and he's patient and he's thoughtful. And I swear to you, you'll be like, what an absurd thing for a Muslim dude to... Oh no, there he goes. He's running over. Max, you're going to get run over. Anyway, so my wife's at the townhouse. She told me she needed an hour. It's been about an hour. This damn thing is turning into obviously a long, nonsensical tirade of immense proportions. I did tell you like 12 minutes ago that I was going to try and wean you off materialism, obviously, which is not going to happen in a 2 to 3 minute spiel. But here's what it is, guys. Shall I be honest with you? As a practicing Shia Muslim, I feel... Oh. I don't know if it's upside down or not. Anyway, you got to go with the flow. As a practicing Shia Muslim, guys, I feel sorry for people out here. I do. You got your houses, you got your... I mean, forget this. You don't got this, by the way. Like, when was the last time you went out into nature, right? I do this every day if I can. Now, on the other hand, guys, rich and powerful people don't want other people to take their money and power away, and that's their sole obsession. Unfortunately, that's also your sole obsession. You want money and power, right? So, as a Muslim, I'm told by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, love of worldly money and love of worldly power. You'll be like, whoa, what is that all about? That's what it is. This is what he said verbatim. Love of worldly money, mal wa shahwa. I don't even know what it is in Arabic. I shouldn't pretend like I know. Like, that was the tell right there that I was lying. So I was touching my nose. But it's true. All this stuff is true, right? So, oh shit. I keep pressing buttons. I wish I had a new phone. I really do. I mean, I got money to buy a phone, but I'm a businessman. You just can't go spending money on anything you like, right? You simply can't. I mean, if you guys are into business, first rule of business is don't spend any money, period. That's it. You could probably save your way to more money than most people make with their businesses, right? So, yeah, rule number 1, don't spend any money, right? So I'll go into Fiverr and I'll talk to guys and I'll literally get guys come to me and say they do work for free. Like me, I do the same thing. And then if my client likes what they've done and I get a deal, then you fucking get a deal. That's how that works, right? Anyway, so the Gomorrah in Naples, okay? I keep dropping this. This is has to be the most retarded. This is like the 5th time I've stopped this camera, right? And it's like 5th time. So the Gomorrah in Naples, right? That's where Fat Cat, what's his name? Scarface, Capone, Alfonso Capone. That's where Alfonso was from, right? Problem with gangsters is not that they're evil, it's that you put up with that stuff, and us, and me especially. I'm a big mafioso buff. I mean, in as much as I consume the literature, I consume more mafiosos literature than the average person has in their lifetime, probably in the last 2 years. No question about that. I mean, I listened to the audiobook of Mario Puzo talking about the screenplay of The Godfather, right? So, dog ahead, unleashed. I know. It's hard seeing a brown guy with a YouTube channel and many subscribers who makes money online and doesn't give a fuck
I don't have that many subscribers actually. That's not the point. I don't know. I just got that vibe from the dude. It's like that's what happens when you start getting into this extra spiritual kind of mode. It's like you think you have special powers. That's one of the signs of bipolar mania, for example. So what happens is you spend money like crazy, okay? You think you have special powers, and then you cause fights. These are 3 signs of bipolar people. And the problem is this. Nobody can understand the world a bipolar person inhabits, just like no one can understand your world. It's just like this famous line, you don't know what it's like to be me. So let's head down. Okay, and the dog's disappeared. This is my worst nightmare, right? Max! See, because someone in this brief 20 seconds, Max! Someone in this brief 20 seconds, he probably went off. I know what happened. He went off with this other dude who had all these dogs. That's the thing with a puppy, right? And I was saying earlier that he's technically not a puppy anymore. So June, July, he's going to be like 12 months, like he's 11 months old. So that's 77 months for a dog, okay? There he is. I knew that little gangster pup was up there. He's a social butterfly because that's the way my wife has trained him, right? So, yeah, that's what that is. So, anyway, a lot of F-bombs and general nonsense on this one. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure some of you find it entertaining if anyone's watching. I don't know why you'd watch something like this because, see, on one level, then you're going to be like, you know, why am I listening to a brown man, basically, right? So that's, I have to say it. Like, most people that listen to this thing, I guess, are white people. I mean, at least judging by the comments. I had one Sikh guy one time threatened to kill me or something because I made movies about the Gurdwara. But, I mean, I made some nice movies. I love the Gurdwaras, the Sikh temples. I love that stuff. It's amazing, by the way. And now that I'm propping the Sikh religion, I'm going to prop them big time. They're just like Muslims as far as I'm concerned. Pakistanis and Indians are far less likely to get along than... you know what? I'm just going to wait for it to happen. I'm going to wait for this stupid dog to get run over by a bicycle and see what happens. Basically. That's all that's going to happen. Okay, so Pakistani and Indian guy are less likely to get along than a Pakistani and a Sikh person. And I figured out why. It's like I met an Indian guy yesterday for the first time in my life who said, well, it's the same God, right? And I was like blown away. I was like, bro, that's the first Indian I heard say something like that. And he was like, well, we call him Bhagwan, but it's God. And I was like, dude, absolutely. I've said for years, like, Krishna is God, right? God is God. I mean, basically, just put another O in there. There's good, right? So good is good, right? So that's all that is. It's right. It's like, oh, you know, what about God? Well, you know, you need to be honest. You know this, right? It's self-evident. You don't need rational proofs around why you should not lie to people. You should not lie to people. That's it. Now, on the other hand, yes, there are rational proofs around not lying. Yes, I know. Sorry about the dog. He's a little bitch sometimes. But humans have eyes, and he's a little dogling. So yeah. So then, rational proofs about lying and all this rubbish. Who cares? Okay, so gamma-risti. So yeah, come out to nature. Okay, because after a while, it's just, you'll feel like you've been meditating, frankly. And the science behind it, yeah, he doesn't have a leash, but you have a brain and eyes, I think, right?
Get a leash.
Get a life, fucker. Hey, nice job losing the weight there. Get a leash? Fuck yourself, guy. Come make me get a fucking leash. It's a fucking nature reserve, asshole. They're going to get me fired, or the cops are going to get called. I can feel this already. Get a leash? It's not as much that... Now, if the right guy had said get a leash, why don't you get a leash in a nice way? Nobody is allowed to talk down to you, alright? Might as well point this out to you as well. Nobody's allowed to talk down to you. Remember this I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna actually end this fucking stupid fucking thing. Listen to me, assholes. God will test a believer with every fucking thing imaginable, except a believer can't lose his honor. You understand? Your self-respect. See you later. Sorry about this. Subscribe button's there, like button's down here, fuckers. And so's the dislike one.